So I'm here with Judith Wells, right?
Right.
And what you're running for the 325th Family District Court? Is that what it is?
That is what it is.
So why should somebody vote for you?
Well, I've been the judge of this court for 23 years. I have the experience, knowledge, and the temperament to run this court, and I would like to continue to do so. I run a professional, transparent, and efficient court, and I would like to continue working hard every day for you and doing the right thing. Thank you.
So let me ask a question about something then. You know, you're dealing with family issues.
I do.
What happens if you get something wrong?
Well, I hope I don't get anything wrong, but I'm not infallible, so I know I have gotten things wrong. Fortunately, in family law cases, the families can bring the cases back to court and have things looked at again, and so that happens.
But I mean, over 23 years, as obviously as you've said, I mean, nobody's 100% right. You know, even if, I don't know how many cases you've had over 23 years. I'm assuming in the thousands.
It is in the thousands.
So, I mean, even if you're talking about messing up on 1 or 2%, if not more, I mean, there can still be, your decisions have long-reaching ramifications on people. So I guess the question that I have, if a judge gets it wrong, what does a judge do? I mean, how does a judge make it right?
Well, the parties can appeal the decision, and the court of appeal can tell us if we're wrong. If the parties can bring it back to the court in a certain period of time to have us review it and see where we went wrong, and we can sometimes fix it. They don't let it go too long.
If they don't let it go too long, what's that, 60 days?
Well, it's 105 days total. There's time limits in there, but the absolute elongated time that I have plenary power to do anything on is 105 days.
What about in situations where, you know, you find out after that time that, you know, you're finally able to produce proof that the person who testified against you has committed perjury? I mean, in the state of Texas, perjury is one of the greatest unpunished crimes, greatest untried crimes that we have. The benefits for a person to go into a courtroom and commit perjury far outweigh the risks he or she assumes, because in very few instances is that crime ever prosecuted, and in even fewer instances is it ever does a judge rule against that person. So the 105 days, it just sometimes that doesn't seem like a whole lot of time. I mean, you've been 23 years in the court. If you make a decision that causes problems, because you have the potential to destroy families, I mean, how do you fix it?
Well, we have to fix it within the bounds of the law, as the law tells us that we can. And when given the opportunity, I do fix it and will fix it.
But you can't do anything proactively to fix it. If you made a mistake,
not after 105 days.
So, are you saying that within 105 days, if you made a bad decision, you can say, "Listen, I'm going to change my decision"?
Possibly, yes.
Have you ever done that?
Yes, I'm sure I have.
Do you have an example of that? Or?
I don't.
Okay. For family courts in particular, they have the potential to destroy families. Judges.
We also have the potential to do good things for families and to help families, and I think by and large that's what we do.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that then.
Well, we have the ability to direct the family on the right path during this tragic time that they're going through. I work very hard to give complete and thorough rulings so that each family has a tailored ruling and a tailored schedule for that family to go by, and it's not just one size fits all.
In the Texas GOP platform, 2016, and from before that, I worked on the platform in 2012, there is a point in there urging the legislature to repeal no-fault divorce laws. Attorney Shelby Sharp has argued that it's completely unconstitutional, that it deprives individuals of due justice, and you have people that come to your court filing for divorce. And I guess your position is that even if the person's lying about the reason, you have to give the divorce? Okay.
Well,
are you following my question or not?
You're presuming that one party is lying, but the other party may not be lying.
Let's pretend the party isn't lying. The issue is dealing with unilateral divorce.
The party says that the marriage has become insupportable, then the marriage has become insupportable. And if I have no reason to doubt that, I will grant the divorce.
So in other words, the person who says it's not insupportable and the children who say it's not insupportable, they have no voice?
Everybody has a voice.
But it sounds to me like you're saying that one person can make an assertion and that assertion goes unchallenged. and therefore that's how you rule. Is that, I mean, is that...
You have two parties, one of them is saying that the marriage is irretrievably broken, then it's probably irretrievably broken.
So in about 8% of the cases that people divorce under these reasons, they remarry each other. In the state of Texas, in fact, well, but the thing is, you made a decision based on somebody who said it was irretrievably broken when it wasn't.
It takes one to get divorced and two to get married. I mean, then they're done that.
I mean, so basically what I'm saying is, you as a judge, I would have a hard time being in this position if I knew a family that was in front of me and one was saying, you know, this marriage should not be broken. All of our friends say this, all of our parents say this, all of our kids say this, and you've got one individual who says, well, I just want out because I've met Mr. Rich or because I've met Miss Beautiful who has no stretch marks. That seems to me like it would cause you sleepless nights. It would cause me sleepless nights.
Well, it's not an easy job. I never said it was. And so we do have sleepless nights, and it's a hard job, and I work very hard at doing it.
Along with the divorce comes issues like child visitation and everything. In the state of Texas, you know, it is a criminal violation to withhold child visitation if there's a court order, and it's actually a state felony. Do people come to you for that, or who do they go to? I don't know if you've seen those cases. Or
they can bring an enforcement case in our court on their visitation schedule, and we do enforce those visitation schedules.
Okay, so in other words, if a person comes to you and they say, this is what the ruling says, and my ex-wife or my ex-husband is keeping the kids from me, but what would you do in a situation like that? I come in and I say, listen.
Well, I can't tell you how I'd rule in any particular case.
Right.
I can tell
in general, the principles.
That we have cases, and it's called a motion for enforcement on visitation. One party brings it, and if there have been cases where we found that the visitation has been withheld, and we have enforced and provided penalties to the parent that withheld visitation. That has happened.
What kind of penalties do you bring about against
them? The ultimate penalty is jail time.
Okay, thank you very much. And again, you're Judith Wells.
And I'm running for the 325th Family Court.
And the big reason you think that you're better than you have one opponent or two?
I have one.
Okay, and the big reason that you're better than your opponent is?
I have the experience, the knowledge, and the temperament to run this court.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.